Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We begin in the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Today we've arrived in Juz 20 of the Qur'an, and I hope by now you're beginning to realize how this entire Qur'an is one beautiful response of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the dua that He Himself taught you to make in the very first chapter of the Qur'an. When He taught you to say, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, guide me along the straight path, O my Lord, sirat al-ladhina an'amta alayhim, the path of those on whom you showered and conferred your favor. And we saw examples of that. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, all these great prophets of God. But then it also mentioned غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ, not the path of those on whom was your anger and wrath, nor the path of those who went astray. The Qur'an gives us both. It shows us the best role models that we need to follow and seek to emulate in order to achieve success here and hereafter. But it also shows us case studies of evil role models who, when Allah talks about them in the Qur'an, we should also pay particular attention to see if there is anything that we can spot in them that also exists within us. So it's like when the Qur'an comes to these passages, it's offering us a mirror. So today in the 20th juz, when you come to Surah Al-Qasas, Surah 28 of the Qur'an, verse 76, you have the story of Karun, whom Allah introduces by saying, Inna Karuna kana min qawmi Musa fabagha alayhim. Karun was from the tribe of Musa alayhi salam, and he acted with oppression and insolence against his own people. وَآتَيْنَاهُ مِنَ الْكُنُوزِ مَا إِنَّ مَفَاتِحَهُ لَتَنُوءُ بِالْعُصْبَةِ أُولِي الْقُوَّةِ. Allah says we had given him so much treasures that just to carry the keys to his treasuries required a whole team of able-bodied, strong and powerful men. His people came to him and they admonished him. They said, La tafrah. Allah has given you a lot of wealth, no doubt about it, but this shouldn't give you grounds to be arrogant and vainglorious and supercilious. Don't go around looking at other people with contempt. Don't throw shade just because Allah has favored you with so much wealth. Inna Allah la yuhibbul farihin. Allah does not like those who exult and act with arrogance. And then look at the beautiful advice that's given to him, and by extension to all of us, in verse 77. When Allah says, they said to him, وَابْتَغِ فِي مَا آتَاكَ اللَّهُ الدَّارَ الْآخِرَةَ وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. Look at the beauty of the divine balance. Allah does not expect us to become monks or nuns and renounce the life of this world. Rather, He expects us to pursue both. So, Karun is told by the righteous believing people of his community, وَابْتَغِ فِي مَا آتَاكَ اللَّهُ الدَّارَ الْآخِرَةَ. Allah has given you so much. Use some of it to invest in your afterlife. Build your eternal home. That's very important. But وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. But don't neglect the affairs of your world. No one is asking you to renounce this world and pursue the hereafter at the expense of starving over here. No, enjoy both and work hard for both. وَأَحْسِنْ كَمَا أَحْسَنَ اللَّهُ إِلَيْكَ. And be good to others the way Allah has been so good to you. It's a message to every person who enjoys blessings in this life. Just as Allah has been generous to you, spread that generosity, carry it forward. In وَلَا تَبْغِ الْفَسَادَ فِي الْأَرْضِ. Do not seek corruption in the land. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ الْمُفْسِدِينَ. Allah doesn't like those who spread corruption. Look at Qarun's response, which is given in verse 78, and compare and contrast that with that of Yusuf alayhi salam. Remember how Yusuf alayhi salam, when his dream came true, he assigned all credit to Allah. He said, أَحْسَنَ بِي. Allah is the one who was so kind to me. أَخْرَجَنِي مِنَ السِّجْنِ. Allah was the one who brought me out of prison. Allah is the one who brought you out of the wilderness. وَجَاءَ بِكُم مِنَ الْبَدُ. Look at Karun. Look at the mindset of a failure in the Qur'an. He says, قَالَ إِنَّمَا أُوتِيتُهُ عَلَىٰ عِلْمٍ عِنْدِي. Why should I share my wealth with others? This wealth is purely the result of my knowledge. Familiar with that mindset? This is the Karuni mindset, the Karun complex. When you start thinking all your success in life is attributable and reducible to your hard work, your effort, your degrees, your IQ, your skills, your talents, you have deleted the Creator from your life. and you're thinking everything is your own. The result, Allah says, he came out in front of his people, and then the people got divided into two groups. The influencer obsessed crowd looked at him and they were like, Ya layta lana mithla ma utiya Karun. Oh, we wish we had what Karun had. So cool, his toys, his gadgets, everything. We wish we had that. That's the influencer obsessed crowd. And then Allah shows you another section of people who are mature, who are intelligent, who are spiritually enlightened. They say, Wailakum thawabullahi khair. They say, woe unto you, the thawab of Allah, the reward of Allah is the ultimate reward. This is nothing, this is transient. And then Allah shows you the quick ending. Karun is caused to be swallowed by the earth, and everything, the man who was the most richest person of his time, all of a sudden had no one to come to his aid, and he got swallowed by the earth and he got destroyed. And Allah said, the lesson of this is that I control rizq, I gift whomsoever I please, as I please. And the end result of all of this should be that each and every single person should ask themselves that when I achieve success in life, when I look at the favors in my life, the voice inside me, is it a Yusufi voice or is it a Karuni voice? Do I look at the good in my life and say this came to me from Allah, and do I say this genuinely and sincerely? Or do I always look at myself as the end all, be all of all the good in my life?